Welcome, my dear students. Again, we are here to discuss about tense. In previous lectures, we have discussed about present tense and we have just discussed about past indefinite and past continuous. Now here we are going to discuss about past perfect. Okay. So past perfect, if any work is started in past and it is completed in past, then this type of sentence we must write in past perfect. Like any work or action completed in past time, then we will write in past perfect, because work started in past and it had been completed in past also. Okay. So our structure is subject plus head plus third form of verb plus object. Example, Sony had arrived. Sony had arrived. Sony आ चुकी थी. Okay. So means work had been completed in past and started in past. Okay. So this is past perfect. Here, if we talk about uses, so in higher classes you will study about it, because there is two main conditions of past perfect. This is first is after and before use, and second is unreal past condition. Okay. So uses of past perfect having these main two uses. One is after before uses and unreal past condition. So this is, you will study it in higher classes, but simple means in next class, or you will be studied in 10th 12th. Okay. So here we have to only consider simple structure of past perfect, which is subject plus head plus third form of verb. Okay. Now we just talk about structures. First, affirmative sentences. Structure for affirmative sentences, it is simple form of past perfect. Okay. So as usual, subject plus head plus third form of verb plus object. Okay. So example, he had eaten means he had eaten, वो खा चुका था. Okay. They had broken the glass, उन्होंने ग्लास तोड़ दिया था. Okay. So you have to must consider about third form of verb, eaten, broken. Okay. Now negative sentences. Structure is subject plus head plus not plus third form of verb plus object. Example, he had not eaten, उसने नहीं खाया था. They had not broken the glass, उन्होंने ग्लास नहीं तोड़ा था. Okay. In this way, it's a simple, very easy. You have structure in front of you, and in previous classes we have discussed and described about how sentences forming. So with the help of structure we can make sentences. So this is affirmative, negative. Now three or more, you have to note it down. Now here, after affirmative and negative sentences, third one is interrogative. Interrogative means we have to make questions with the help of helping verbs. Okay. So our structure is head plus subject plus third form of verb plus object. Okay. Example, had Sony arrived, क्या सोनी पहुंच गई थी. Had they broken the glass, क्या उन्होंने ग्लास तोड़ दिया था. Okay. So in this way, with the help of helping verb is here had Sony arrived, had they broken the glass. Now interrogative, negative. Okay. So here we have to put only, if we are making negative, we have to put not in the formula, in the structure. So head plus subject plus not plus third form of verb plus object. Okay. Now example, had Sony not arrived, क्या सोनी नहीं आई. Had they not broken the glass, क्या उन्होंने ग्लास नहीं तोड़ा था. Again, had Sony not arrived, had they not broken the glass. Okay. Now last but not least, WH questions means we are making question with the help of WH words. So our structure is WH word plus head plus subject plus third form of verb plus object. Example, WH word, I have told you already that there are so many WH word: what, when, where, whom, why. Okay, so first example, when had Sony arrived? सोनी कब आई थी? Why had they broken the glass? उन्होंने ग्लास क्यों तोड़ा था? So when and why are WH questions. Okay, and we can see this example is comparative. Okay, we can compare easily how our example is changing in interrogative, negative, and WH question, affirmative, negative. Okay, in this way past perfect is completed. You must note it down. You must prepare your fair work so you can by heart and go through this structure, and you have to practice more and more of these formulas, this structure, so we can have a mentality to make a sentence. Okay, so note it down. Now the last sub part of past tense, past perfect continuous. Okay, we have studied about past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect. The last past perfect continuous in past tense, when any work or action had started in past and continued for a time and ended in past, then the sentence must be in past perfect continuous. Means if something, any work or any action started in past, it will continue for some time and it had been end in past, then the sentence must be, we are writing in past perfect continuous. So our structure is subject plus had been plus ing form of verb plus object plus for and since plus time. Here I have told you already that when we will use for and when we will use since. Okay, so again I am going to tell you for and since. For is used for total time. Okay, and since is used for initial time. Okay, whenever we are talking about anything, total time taken in that action, then we will use for. Okay, like 2 hours, 2 years, 2 months, 2 week, then we will use for 2 months, for 2 years, for 4 days. But since is used for initial time, when work is started, means since 1995, since 5 o'clock, since Monday. In this way we can use since and for. Okay, so we must know it. Now example, this is the structure for past perfect continuous. Example, he had been reading since morning. He had been reading since morning. Was since means initial time is morning, so he had been reading since वह सुबह से पढ़ रहा था. Okay, they had been dancing for 2 hours. Here 4 is used for total time, 2 hours. Then they had been dancing for 2 hours. वो 2 घंटे से डांस कर रहे थे. At that time she had been sleeping for 7 hours. उस समय वो 7 घंटे तक सोई रही थी. Okay, so in this way past perfect continuous, simple. This is affirmative structure. We can make negative by adding not here. Okay, interrogative by taking had been in front of the sentence. Okay, now interrogative negative, had been in front of the sentence and not in between the sentence. WH question by adding WH word. Okay, so as remaining sentence means we have discussed in so many sentences about various type of sentences we can make also, but it is enough. You can note it down, and I will give you exercise for present tense and past tense so you can solve it. Okay, note it down.